heart is in the right place and who can impact meaningful change for every kid and every family and every parent in this district. So ladies and gentlemen, it is my high honor, my distinct privilege, and great pleasure to welcome and introduce the man who will be the next trustee for District 6, Dr. Robert Lundin.
Man, your timing's perfect. Thank you, Terry. I can't thank you enough, but I just want to start by thanking all the people in this room. This is both incredibly exciting and incredibly humbling. I look around this room and I see people who have been supporters, cheerleaders, students, colleagues, friends, confidants for more than 20 years. And the fact that you all are here on an incredibly comfortable 102-degree Thursday night, gathered in one room to support our little campaign, means the world to me. It means the world to me personally, but it also means a great deal to me because it shows that people from all walks of life in this city, whether they live in West Chase or the Energy Corridor or Sharpstown or anywhere else in the Houston area, say, we want to give our time, we want to give our support to make a difference on behalf of kids in Houston. There's a lot of work to be done to improve educational opportunities for every kid in this city. And we launched this campaign, and it's most definitely a leap of faith in many ways, because we believed that the right kind of leadership, the right kind of questions, the right kind of teamwork can produce great outcomes for schools and kids and communities. And the presence of y'all tonight, being here, and your support shows us what's possible there. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I thank you for not only the support that you provided, but the encouragement and the being by our side that we know is going to be happening in the weeks and months ahead. When we were planning this whole thing out, we were talking about like how we wanted to structure this, and I had to make a promise to Terry. We said, okay, what do we want to say? And Terry said, Robert, you need to say what you need to say, and then shut up and turn it over to people who have something really compelling to say. Let the people who you've worked with talk about their experience and why they're on board with what we're trying to do here as Team Lundin for HISD. And I was thrilled to give them that opportunity. So I want to turn the floor over to two of my favorite people. One of them is my first student ever, and the other is my first principal ever. I'm going to turn the floor over to Felipe Barron and Dario Villota.
Good evening, everyone. You know, when I was told to come here, obviously honored. When I was asked to come here, I asked, why me? Of course I said yes, but I asked why me first. He insists I call him Robert, I still respect him as Dr. Lundin. I was beyond honored, and now being here, I understand why he wants someone else to speak on his behalf. Having him as a teacher, granted it was ranked only 5th grade in his first class ever, but this man made a change. Made a change in that classroom, but made a change in me after all, because I wouldn't be here. He pushed me to go to the right school, he pushed me to do the right things I had never even considered. College, but now I'm a first-generation college student. What I do, push forward, trust me, I tried teaching. I tried teaching 900 kids, and I can say that it was honestly not my cup of tea. I was more than a cup. This man deserves a wider audience than just the classroom. He's had a classroom. He's had a couple of schools. Houston deserves this gentleman here. And they will have him. Thank you.
All right. I like to make other people's ideas my own. So I'm gonna start by saying that when we talk about Robert having the heart in the right place, he's wrong. That's an understatement. I met Robert during my first year of principalship when I didn't know what I didn't know. And I think he didn't know what he didn't know either, so it was her first year as an SSO. And even though we were very different people, very different personalities, and we really had hard times, we were able to actually always stay focused on what was important in the students. My grandfather used to say all the time, when you go on life making only friends, you probably are not doing the right thing. You had to make some enemies along the way. But the key is that you had to make way more friends than enemies. And I think that's Robert's case. He does a great job bringing people together. And the second thing is my personal experience with Robert. I don't want to brag. I was chosen Principal of the Year in the spring this year. And I think just the fact that I'm not, that's not me, that's him. Because, truly, I could have gotten in so much trouble during my first and second year. And this guy will call me midnight. Literally, he would call me midnight, he would call me early in the morning, he will bring me food to the school. We spent a couple of nights actually at the school, believe it or not, trying to just keep the students safe. And he was there. So this brings me to my second and last shared idea. Is my grandfather used to say too, that your attitude, being nice, being approachable, being positive, is really easy when things around you are going well. When the people around you think like you, it's easy. True character shows when odds are against you. When the people around you are pushing back on your ideas. And I can assure you that Robert will stay always in the right place because his heart's in the right place. He will always move forward to support you despite your way of thought and your purpose, your intentions. So with that said, I want you to please bring it together for Rob, and good luck to you, sir, because you're going to be the next board member.
Thank you, guys. This is a huge treat, and it means the world to me that you all have been such supporters of this effort, because this is definitely was an unconventional idea, and it was one that I know some people in this room looked at me a little funny when I shared with them that this is what we were thinking of. But whether it has been people giving of their time, giving out of their pockets, putting boots on the ground, volunteering in communities, the people in this room, as well as others who couldn't be here tonight, have demonstrated their commitment to making this effort a success. That means the world to me. It's also going to mean the world to the 200,000 kids that we serve across HISD, the 20,000 staff members. There's a lot of people who we can make a difference for if we come together in this effort. And so tonight is not about me talking. It's about us celebrating, because this is one team. But I thank you all for being here. And my ask to you is, we're not only going to need you all here to celebrate, we need your support moving forward. I didn't even realize before we got into this how big an undertaking it is to run in a citywide race. Not only in terms of the money you got to raise, but also the time, and also thinking about the small stuff and sweating the small stuff. And so we're going to need all of your energy, all of your expertise, all of your support, your boots on the ground. And yeah, we may need some money too. But any support that you can provide, go for it.
Money is important, and I'm the treasurer, so that says enough, right? So we do need your support, okay? Thank you.
That's why he's the treasurer. So I just ask that if you can, whatever that support may look like, before you leave, you're going to get what we call a commitment card. And on the back, it'll just ask how you'd like to support Team Lundin for HISD moving forward. For some of you, that may be financial, and we will value that, and you can rest assured, Terry and I will guard every penny to make sure that it's being used in the most thoughtful way possible on behalf of the communities and kids that we're here to serve. For others of you, it may not be money. It may be your time and saying, I'm going to give a weekend and block walk. Or I'm going to be there for a community forum we want to hold. We're going to do something on social media. We've got some out-of-the-box ideas that will get families out and bring people who might not otherwise be part of the process. Vamos a hacer ese proceso en español también. Para ustedes que hablan español, esta conversación va a estar en 2 idiomas. No solamente uno, porque somos una ciudad con muchas culturas, muchas familias, con quien necesitamos tener esta conversación. This is a conversation we're going to be having across this city, across different languages, across different neighborhoods. And so before you leave tonight, all we ask is eat, drink, be merry, because we got a lot of food and a lot of drinks to go through. But we're going to ask you to find what that way to support is for you. And Chelsea is there in the back. Chelsea's going to wave. Chelsea is one of our teachers, but she is also going to be managing our commitment table here. And she will be able, if you are able to give to help make this campaign happen, we love it. We'll take a check. We've got PayPal readers. We can take credit card. We can do it any way. But if that's not the way that works for you, we want your involvement in any way that does work for you. So please, before you leave tonight, we want your support in any way that you can provide it. Lastly, and then I'll shut up, I promise. I think all too often, the most precious resource we fail to give our kids isn't anything monetary. There's a lot of educators in this room. And we know that a lot of time in struggling schools, what we try to do is throw money and say, that should fix it. But often when we fail kids, it's not because of a lack of stuff. It's because we don't have the right people dedicating the time and attention to help those kids be on the path that they deserve to be on. Your presence here tonight demonstrates that you made that commitment. That you're not just here for quesadillas and margaritas. But instead, this is part of a larger process by which we as a group, as well as many others, are going to transform outcomes for kids across HISD. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your friendship. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your time. And now, let's celebrate. Thank you, everybody.